Hey, you guys want to see a funny video clip? Now, I know it happened a couple of days ago, and I haven't been really watching the news because I'm going through a grieving process. But, you know, this is funny to me. It may not be funny to some people, but maybe to a lot of people. I don't know. It's instant justice. And it has something to do with the Dakota pipeline and protesters versus a car. Anyway, I'm sorry, I had a good chuckle with it. It's about time somebody has some balls. But anyway, I've got the video. Let me show it to you because, yeah, it's a small clip, and then I'll read the article where I found it. But anyway, yeah, it's kind of funny. I mean, it's instant justice.
This driver has no time for protesters. Watch as his car refuses to divert traffic for a pipeline protest in downtown Los Angeles. Instead of going around the crowd, they drive right into it. When the people don't move, the driver takes it a step further, pushing through the rally. One of the protesters riding on the car's hood for a good 30 seconds before falling
Okay,
off.
the name of the article is, and it's from the Conservative Tribune. I like reading it and stuff like that. But anyway, it says driver rams through group protesting the Dakota access pipeline in Los Angeles. Okay, a group of protesters blocking a road in Los Angeles just discovered that in a battle between a car and a liberal, the car does tend to win. Anyway, according to Fox News, a driver in a white car drove through an ad hoc roadblock set up by a group of individuals protesting the Dakota access pipeline on Tuesday evening. Now, people are concerned about the environment and all this, but KNBC TV reported that the protesters, which was organized by, okay, let's think about this. Okay, it was organized by somebody who's against the New World Order? No. It was organized by somebody that's against the World Trade Organization? No. Was it organized by a bunch of environmentalist tree huggers? No. You're not going to believe this. Oh, God. Why? Anyway, it says, which was organized by Gender Justice LA. Gender Justice LA. And this one's a long one. National Queer Asian Pacific Islander Alliance. Yeah, let me read that again. National Queer Asian Pacific Islander Alliance. And then there's a women's group called I can't pronounce it right. Sometimes I have a hard time reading and speaking because I had a brain tumor removed when back in 2014. And it was the part of the brain where it almost makes me dyslexic. Let's just put it that way. Sometimes I have a hard time getting words out. But anyway, this woman's group is pronounced, I think, Mujeres de Mays. Never heard of them. I don't know who the hell they are. Anyway, they had blocked busy Wilshire Boulevard near U.S. Army Corps of Engineers office in downtown Los Angeles. Near the U.S. Army, it's like a bunch of protesters. I live here in Tacoma. If they went to Fort Lewis or McCord Air Force Base and they got into a line, man, blow them to hell. Just shoot them down. Figuratively speaking, I'm not saying they should do it. No. But just arrest them, put them in the gulag. Anyway, an aerial footage shows, which we saw in the video, the motorist who who tried to slowly go through the roadblock to get to his destination instead of going around it. So he's just like, screw it, I'm going right through you guys. You know, if I had an 18-wheeler, no protesters. But then, you know, I'd get into trouble. But anyway, the protesters gathered around him. Big mistake. At one point, covering the windshield with their banner. Yeah, good. Some also seemed to, Some also seemed to throw themselves on the car's hood. And in the video, you can see that. Why do they do this crap? They're mentally ill. They're retarded. Okay, you know what? I'm beginning to think their parents did drugs when they were pregnant with these people. You know? I didn't do drugs with my kids. That's why they don't do that kind of crap. Okay. But I mean throwing themselves on the car's hood. However, the car kept slowly moving through the roadblock, taking one protester with it. I can just imagine. Guys driving down the road and that poor protester's just probably wasting away his legs down to his knee stubs. My legs. And there's part of the video there. And it says, now let's be clear, if you run into any of these protesters, you can go around it, you probably should. However, this shows just how dangerous and stupid these road-blocking protesters are. This individual behind the wheel had nothing to do with the Dakota access pipeline. The driver was not responsible for planning it, constructing it, or anything similar. And yet this group of protesters decided to block a road and surround, intimidate him and motorists like him. You know, I'm not able to drive a car because also my neurologist has put me on these anti-seizure medications. I miss having a car. Wish I had one right now just so I can just run into those protesters. I know. I know. But anyway, and it says, why not? That seems to be the common thread of the thought behind these protests. They're dangerous and they accomplish nothing. And it says, yet, where were the police? Nowhere to be found, it says. And you know why? I think the police officers just said, screw it. But anyway, and it wasn't as if there was a whole lot of critical mass behind this protest. It was a small protest. It was like weird groups that didn't even have anything to do with anything political, really, except for the gender, and then the queer Asian Islander, and this woman, Maize, whatever. God, this is horrible. Anyway, it just, you know, it says, as you can see from looking at it, this was a relatively small group. And you know what? Let's just watch this video again. You know, because, you know, it's time for law enforcement to put an end to these protests before it's too late. And it's true. Before it's too late. These motorists, they're just going to plow right through these people. And we've seen compilations, probably on YouTube, maybe some of you, seeing people actually just driving right through, you know. Sorry to get my hands so close. But anyway, let's watch that video clip again because it's some beautiful footage.
This driver has no time for protesters. Watch as his car refuses to divert traffic for a pipeline protest in downtown Los Angeles. Instead of going around the crowd, they drive right into it. When the people don't move, the driver takes it a step further, pushing through the rally. One of the protesters riding on the car's hood for a good 30 seconds before falling off.
Ha! Did you see? I'm sorry, I had to watch it again. I hope you liked it. But I'm sorry. I just keep playing it, and it's just like they're trying to hold everything back, and the car just says, screw it. But anyway, I just thought I'd make this video. Anyway, you guys have a good morning, good afternoon, or a good night, depending on when you see this. And thank you for watching.